You know, with the rise of black cinema in the late 60s, early 70s, you can call it blaxploitation or what, there was many shining stars. You had Richard Roundtree, Jim Brown, Isaac Hayes, Sidney Poitier. Exploitation sometimes based on major releases and great success at the box office. But one of the major factors in the black movie movement was aided by a person that wasn't even black, but he had prominent black actors in two of his biggest science fiction movies ever. Of course, we have to talk about Charlton Heston. And you're saying to yourself, why would Charlton Heston, who's now was a big Republican for years, passed away, big fan of the gun lobby, would be considered a help to the black entertainment community and the actors that were presented in these movies? Well, at the time, he was a staunch Democrat, and he may have spoke up, we don't know, but there was some strong black presence in two movies. 1971's Omega Man, which was remade, ironically, by a black lead actor, Will Smith, called I Am Legend. And, of course, the Soylent Green movie, which was based in 2022 and had some major black actors in the main and supporting cast. Now, let's go over first the Omega Man. Basically, it's your typical post-apocalyptic science fiction movie. Heston is battling for his life against, well, zombie vampires will only come out at night. Now, throughout the movie, he comes in contact with numerous actors of all colors, but Rosalind Cash, the great black actress who was a soap opera star for many years on General Hospital, becomes the paramour of Charlton Heston in the movie, and he even have a nude sex scene. Now, the poster as well is sort of like a throwback to the male-female dynamic, but in this case, it's a white man and a black woman, and there's no talk of race in the movie, because the previous movies, that would be the whole the plot of the movie, how a black woman or man is hanging out with a white man or a white woman. There's no talk about this here. They're all trying to battle the vampires, and there's a sub-character who has the vampire virus, and they clean him up and he goes back. He's the catalyst, and it feels, like I said, it's not tacked on, but it seems as natural as can be. But I know black audiences went to Omega Man and were really pleased to see a combination look of black and white people working together to battle an evil force. Now, a little bit different with Soylent Green. If a lot of people know the plot, the world is sort of in an economic downturn, hard time having food. Or developing this product called Soylent Green, where they claim it's part of the seabed, but it's really not. It's well, it's made of something. I don't want to give away the plot, but you can figure it out. Now, in the movie, there's two key scenes. He's working with his black superior, which really drew a lot of positive from the critics, where a white man is working for a black, what they call sheriff or leader. And there's also a scene where he has a battle with a young black actress, where basically he's trying to get information about, he's investigating why a character played by Joseph Cotton is murdered by a hitman to hide whatever. He's an investigative reporter, and when they're in the show, he has to interview a bunch of ladies of the night. They're called Furniture, and a great majority of the young girls that are presented as Furniture are black or people of color. So you wouldn't notice this as much in 2022, but back in the early 70s, I know for a fact a lot of black people started spending much more money at the box office because they were seeing themselves up on the screen. Now, was this intentional by the major studios? Did Charlton Heston ask for it? Like, you know how it works in the last 20 years? There's more films and TV shows geared towards older people, young girls, and gay people, because gay people and young people and older people who are on pension have big disposable income. They're not doing that to say, oh, we're giving more recognition to gay people. It pays off, right? So one is manipulating the other. They want to see gay people on the screen, but the people who are putting the shows on know if they don't show any gay people, nobody's going to go to their movies, or the 40% they need to have a profit. I'd like to see statistics how much money a gay person spends on entertainment. It would probably be 3 to 5 times more than a straight person, because usually with a gay couple or been together, committed for a while, they're very much about going out and enjoying themselves, because there's a lot of stress in their lives being who they are. And I think it works for certain studios, just like they did teen movies back in the 50s, what I call the Elvis generation, and the hippie movement. He started doing hippie movies, and ironically, Omega Man is a combination hippie movie, blaxploitation, what I call a Democrat themed science fiction movie, where they're saying protect the environment and fight for the rights of all people and stuff like that. It is propaganda, but it's a good movie. Now, Soylent Green, I would give it 3.5 out of 5. Omega Man, more towards 4, because seeing Charlton Heston almost killed and tracked down by a bunch of vampire zombies, and the great Anthony Zerbe, very underrated, was in Dead Zone, played the father who hires the main character to push forward the plot. He really brings that. And what's kind of ironic here, if you look at the subtext, there's subtext upon subtext, and basically it says it's cautionary tale no matter your background. And ironically, in Omega Man, he's going to a movie theater to watch Woodstock, which a year and a half before was banned in certain jurisdictions because it featured too many black artists. Sly and the Family Stone, Jimi Hendrix, whatever. Like I said, that's the way it goes. So both movies, 3.5 to 4 out of 5. If you have a chance, watch them on Hollywood Suite in Canada, or pay-per-view, or related streaming service in the States. Now, if anybody's offended by this column, you shouldn't be offended, because I can only tell you what I observe. In the heat of the night, when Sidney Poitier hit that white sharecropper who was racist against him, that was one of the turning points in black cinema as well. Now, in First Nation cinema, where the car mechanic in Fargo gives a shit kicking with the belt to Steve Buscemi's character, hits him about, 80 times, that's the catalyst for Buscemi's character freaking out and becoming a murderer like his partner did. So there's always aspects of cinema that appeal to the masses, appeal to the consumer masses, and appeal to the critics. And this is what you have in all the movies I just mentioned. There's always a subtext. And don't forget product placement. We never talked about product placement. So, I mean, it's, the Woodstock movie was still on release when Omega Man was out, so go figure. The whole scene of Woodstock is product placement, because it was getting to be shown on TV and documentary showings. I know in Canada, at the same time that Omega Man was out, Woodstock was still in the theaters, so go figure. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what we're doing with our screenshots columns, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe. And if you're a black person hearing this for the first time, it's just like you see these YouTubes where black people are listening to certain portions of music for the first time. If you have any criticism, don't criticize me. I can only tell you, as an Aboriginal person in New Brunswick, who's also part Jewish, you got to hit as many groups to be successful. Like, if you really look even at the Dirty Dozen, they had a black person, they had a Latino, they had a Canadian, they had West Coast, East Coast. It all got to work together. Thanks for listening. Bye.